I think it actually worked. All right, so you guys know the deal. You got to let me know the very first thing. Very first thing you got to let me know is, can you hear me? I literally messed with this microphone right here for probably the last 3.5 hours trying to get it to sound right, doing private live streams. Yeah, all kinds of effort went into this microphone. So I would greatly appreciate it if you could just let me know if it sounds okay. All right, sounds good, sounds good. Because the very first one I did with this microphone a couple months back, when I listened to it back, you just absolutely could not hear what I was saying. So I was worried about that. So yeah, I thought this would be a great idea. So we're just gonna make something. I don't know. It's a good time. Never been a better time to do this. I can see the comments. I'll glance down, look at them like I always do. If you guys want, let me know where you're watching from. That'd be awesome. We're gonna jump right into it and get started. All right, so I normally use like a standard set of colors. So I'm just like going a little crazy today. I have like 150 colors here on this palette. I just was like, whatever, I just let everything go out. All right, so a little bit different. I'll list them. You know what? I'll just tell you what the colors are real quick. I just have there's a mixture of Gamblin and a mixture of Bob Ross paint from like, I don't know, 20 years ago. I have a whole bunch of that from a long time ago. So I have phthalo green, phthalo blue, Prussian blue, midnight black. This is burnt umber, dark sienna, sap green, cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow. This is bright red and alizarin crimson, and of course white. So I figured I might as well use this stuff up. I mean, it's, you know, it's really not 20 years old, but it, you know, it's pretty old. All right, so I just want to do something that's like, I don't know, fun. That's, you know, that I've been doing lately. I've actually been doing a lot of painting at home too. At nighttime, I'm just like around the clock making stuff. It really makes a difference. You know what? Maybe I should just zoom this in a little bit. Hold on. Let me go look at this monitor here. There. That's a little bit better, right? You guys can see a little bit better. Yeah, that works. Okay. All right. I'm probably not going to be able to hold the palette up like this. I'm super bad at that, but I'll give it a try for a few minutes. But I just thought the idea of doing this, I mean, I still have regular videos coming up and coming out, but I thought this would just be cool. Just something to just like kind of, you know, just kind of relax a little bit and just, you know, forget about everything. So the other day I like made this pretty cool sky. I just want to try to make the similar sky again to see if I can actually do it. And I'm just using phthalo blue right now. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, see, I gotta set this down. I gotta set the palette down for a minute. Because I actually just like to hold paper towels. I seem to be better at that. But anyways, this sky that I made the other day I thought it was super cool. It was good. So now's the best time to do that. All right. And I did put I put some liquid. Not liquid clear, I'm losing my mind. I put the clear gel and white. I use that on every painting. I mix clear gel and I put white in it. Or sometimes I use that clear fluid stuff, which is right here. This stuff right here. Gamblin makes it. Oh, it's really good stuff. I use that often. So this was pretty easy. You know, I just threw this color up here. I'm gonna darken it on the bottom and then I'll drop in some clouds. But I'm gonna grab a little bit more color here. Just drop some color in down here. We'll end up using this probably. And I'll tell you something that I've been really doing recently, the last couple of days really, but like when if I get like start feeling weird or anything like that with everything, you know, with all the craziness, I just do this, you know, go back to the basics, go back to, you know, stuff from the beginning when, you know, when I started, the stuff that really got me interested in all this, just kind of run back to that, you know, don't focus on anything too complicated. That's just my thought. I'm going to darken these corners up on the bottom here. Just make it a little darker. And I don't put much effort into any of these. I just, you know, you guys watch me, you know, I'm just doing whatever. You know, I don't think there's any particular way to add color in or not. You know, you could just get it in, you know, whether you use your hands, you can use a knife, doesn't matter. All right, I'm going to jump over to, I'm going to take some of the black and I'm going to darken this up, and I'll show you what I was doing, how I made that sky the other day. I just really liked it a lot. I darkened up the bottom portions of where I put that blue color in with just a little bit of paint. And it helped the white jump out. When you put the white on, it really helps that jump out. So, you know, it looks like, and my favorite part is about all of this, it looks like garbage while you're doing it, you know, it really looks like garbage. And, you know, I won't feel bad if you tell me that. It's the truth. But when you know, when it all comes together, I think that's the best part. All right, let me put a little bit of this down here too, maybe here and there. Doesn't necessarily mean, you know, it's going to be showing or whatever, but, you know, if it is, it'll just kind of match, you know, what's above. All right. So I got a bunch of brushes here today just to try to make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to grab another one and I'm going to just soften this whole sky up a little bit. Actually, before I do that, I got to put a little bit more black in this corner. So if you guys already didn't do it, I mean, take a second and share this post. I don't know. Maybe somebody should. Maybe somebody needs to see this. Maybe it's good. You know. Maybe you could just kind of relax and do your thing. And if enough people want to watch, I'll do these more often. I always say that, especially now. All right, that's enough of that. Let me set that down. I'm just going to take another clean one here, and I'm actually just going to soften this up a little bit. The whole everything. And I left some of those white areas there because that's where I put the white in there. It just kind of left the canvas a little bit blank. Kind of serves as a guideline too. Yeah, something like that. I got a whole roll of paper towels here that I'm always using. I really hate using paint thinner to clean. I mean, obviously I have to, but I really don't like to do that. All right, so I'm going to do the same exact thing I did the other day. Let me just set these out of the way. All right, so I actually used this big old brush here, and I went right into the white color. See that? I don't even know if you can see that. I just like got a bunch of paint on here and tapped it on like this. And let me figure out where I'm just going to start. So I kind of came here and started putting it, just like kind of tapping it up into the sky, and I just kept going down to reload it, you know, get some more, just, you know, just tap it on there like that. Seemed pretty cool. And then, yeah, same thing here. Oh, yeah, I gotta set this down. Hold on. There we go. Let me just hold on to this. And I thought it was pretty cool to get just some cool looking clouds up there. And you don't have to use this. You can use another brush. You can do this a totally different way. As a matter of fact, maybe I should just show you. Let me just wipe this off and set it out of the way. I'll get like a fan brush. A fan brush is a super small, non-intimidating brush. I'm just gonna leave the palette down here. I'm just getting white paint. Just getting some white on a fan brush, and then, so you see this area where I already tapped? I'm just gonna go over that just to show you, like, you don't have to use that. You do not have to use that at all. You could just, see? Just swirl in some color like this, and just kind of go right over top of what I already did. The only thing I noticed, I kept having to wipe off even the bigger brush the other day because it was picking up a lot of this blue, see? To get it to go on nice and white, you gotta keep wiping it off. All right. And that's what I keep doing. I keep wiping it. Every time I come down, I wipe it off. See? Get a few clouds up here. Just do whatever you want, see? This is just giving you an idea, you know? Just an idea of what I did the other day. And might as well go up here too. Let's just go over top of this one maybe. But I just wanted to go back to you know, when I started, I was super interested in so many different, you know, ways to paint, and that's what I've been doing the last few days. I haven't been doing anything complicated, just stuff that, you know, makes you feel nice and all that, and it's fun, it's easy to do. That's what I've been doing. I'm just changing the shape of these a little bit, just so they're not all one, you know, the same shape. All right, just gonna wipe this fan brush off real quick, and let's see here. My man, Cab 7, sending some money. Thank you, sir. Continually passing the peace forward. Yeah, thank you, man. We need all the peace we can get, brother. That's for sure. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just wiping off this this big brush here. I don't feel like cleaning it. All right. All right, so let's do this real quick. Let's just blend this stuff out and make it look nice. So I'm just going to use this big brush here. I kind of cleaned it off, and I'm just going to go in super soft using like one side of this thing. Just kind of get rid of the bottom half of it. And you know, I'll tell you something that when I was in Florida with Steve Ross, I'm sure a lot of you, if you're watching me, you guys know that I've been a couple different places with Steve Ross, which is, I'm sure everybody knows, Bob Ross's son. He's a super cool dude, and I'll tell you what he told me about you know, painting in this particular style, wet on wet. He said, as long as you diffuse the bottom of everything in a painting, it'll look good. And when he means it, like diffuse it, so you make a cloud layer like this, and you diffuse the bottom, the whole bottom, not the top. You diffuse it like this. See? And if you wanted to drop another layer in front of that, it just makes it look, like, you know, you're getting more depth. So that's what he said to me. Little tip for you there. Oh, and the reason the black is in here, it was hopefully to let the white show up a little bit better, okay? All right, looks pretty good. Just gonna lift up on this and just this kind of helps it out a little bit. Just, it makes everything look a little smoother, you know what I mean? Not so harsh. And it kind of mixes the shapes up a little bit so they all don't look the same. Yeah, something like that. All right. It looks pretty good. And I don't, you know, I personally, I don't care what my paintings look like. I don't care what, I don't paint pictures so they look nice. I never have. I could care less. I do it because I like to do it, whether they're ugly or not. I know most of you guys like them, but I'm just saying, like, don't, you know, don't be so scared to, you know, post your pictures, you know. Don't be so scared. Don't worry about, you know, what other people say. If I told you half of the stuff that I deal with, like by message, oh my Lord, you guys would flip out. All right, I gotta grab a knife. I gotta just make some room here real quickly on the palette. Just moving some color out of the way. But yeah, if you guys, trust me, if you knew the stuff I go through, like the stuff that people actually says to me by message, you would be surprised. But I don't let it bother me. Don't let it just, you know, don't let any of that stuff bother you. All right, I do got to do one thing. I want to show you something actually, since I mentioned this. I said it doesn't matter how you put color in, you can do it with a knife. I want to put one more little layer here because we're going to put a mountain in, and I want that to be in the back. I want it to look like a cloud's dropping down. So let me get a little color here, a little white, right on the knife. See this here? It's on the knife. Watch. I'm just going to put some color like this. Get some more, just a little bit at a time. That's the key. See? Turn the knife. Turn it. Don't keep it all one direction. See, turn it, turn it. It just gives you better variety, all right? Now, that doesn't look like anything right this second until you come up here and you drag the bottom half of this down. Diffuse it a little bit, right? See? All right, I'm gonna wipe this again. Lift up on it. You know, now it may look like another, you know, another layer. I didn't have any black in there like I did up here, but you get it, right? You get the point. You know what I'm saying? This is the best time ever for all you guys to be painting at home. Like, you don't have to show anybody. Just, there's never been a better time than to sit at home and just make stuff. I'm telling you, I do it every single night, and I don't see that stopping. I've been doing that for a long time now, and I'm just going to continue doing it. I just wish I could convince everybody what the long-term effects are of creating any kind of art consistently. The long-term effects are super, and some people get those effects immediately. I know I did. All right, I'm just trying to make room here. I'm a mess already. I have paint all over me. I taste white in my mouth. It's not that bad, actually. I have coffee right here. I've eaten a good amount of paint on accident, obviously. Get it on your hand and you're like, you know, whatever. All right, let's make a mountain. I love my favorite things ever. Favorite thing. And they're super easy. I'm going to hold the palette for this one for a second. Once I get used to holding the palette, I would be in good shape. All right, so I got all these colors, so I'm going to mix them up. I'm going to just take both blues. Let's put it right there, blue. Let's take some black. Let's take some brown. Blue, black, brown, and crimson. Maybe a little bit more blue. Maybe a little bit more of everything. A little bit more black, a little more brown. All right. Blue, black, brown, and alizarin crimson gives you a pretty nice base color for a mountain. That's why you'll probably hear those colors pretty consistently on other videos, maybe not, but it gives you such a good color for the base. It's like a bluish, greenish, I don't know, mountain base color, whatever color that is. But it's definitely cool. I can already see it on the clear part of the palette. And I don't know if I'm like weird. Maybe I'm weird. I could sit here and do this for the whole live stream. Just, you know, like this. Mix it and mix it again. All right. Set that down real quick. Wipe this off. All right, I'm going to set this one off to the left a little bit, this mountain. So I'm just going to get a little bit on my knife here and call it a day. Let's make something. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Mountains are super easy and they're super fun. You should be making mountains every day. Let's do this. Let's bring this one here, like this. Love it. Just getting some more color. It's a quick and easy result. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. And it's just fun. Yeah. And you can make all kinds of crazy shapes. I try to keep it, you know, somewhat basic or whatever. See? Something like that. Something like that. All right. Let me just get some of this color off here. Good enough. I'm gonna make a mess with everything. Hey, look at that. We passed 100 people watching. Let's make it 200, 300. Let's make it 1,000. All right, I'm going to grab this. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I just put my hand right in the pile of paint in the paper towel. All right. Where's this one? Dirty one. I'll just use the dirty one because it's already dirty, so it's not going to matter. So let's just have fun. And this is another super easy thing to do. You set your brush down and just kind of whip it, you know, like this. I remember, like, you know, learning this stuff on my own, like watching YouTube or you know, watching on TV or whatever. And I don't know about you, but man, I have just been completely, I'm fascinated, you know, with this. I really am. You know, a lot of people like bust on or make fun of, you know, this type of method right here, you know, wherever it really came from, whatever, that doesn't really matter to me. But a lot of people make fun of this. And, you know, what I say to those people is, you know, God bless you, because you're crazy, literally crazy. Like, if I wanted to be some kind of art major, which I don't even think I could be, you know, if I wanted to do that, I wouldn't have stuck with it. If I would have tried to do this in school, wouldn't have happened. Just my opinion. You know, the reason I like it is because it's fun. Once you take the fun out of it, forget it. I lose interest quick. All right. I'm just wiping this off on the, I keep doing that. You could probably hear it through the microphone. Soften this up a little bit. Something like that. All right. Now, another super fun part is highlighting this thing. Super fun. I could do this all day also as well. I'm going to start off just using some white, just some straight up white. Just pulling it out on the palette right now. And maybe in a second I'll look down here at the comments. All right, here we go. So I'm going to get a little bit of white on here. And just start having fun. tell me something. Can you hear the knife in the microphone? Like, can you actually hear it? Tell me if you can hear that, if you can, if you don't mind. And I'm just reloading. I just keep going down to get more white paint. All right, let's go right about here. And I don't know if you probably couldn't see that. Every time I'm done with that, I wipe the knife off so no dark, dirty color gets back in there, because that'll give you a bad day. You get dark, dirty color in there, and then it's just going to really mess you up because it's going to turn super dark. You know, and take your time doing this stuff. You know, you don't have to do it all in one stroke. You know what I mean? You don't have to do that. Thank you for all you do. Krista C. Well, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. I'm always doing so. I'm trying to do good. You know what I mean? Everybody, I'm just trying to do some good in the world. I don't know. You know? I mean, I know this, like, look, it's not like a bad thing. You know, if you have the mentality like, you know what, maybe I can't change the world, but maybe I can make a difference in the world. You know, I don't think that's too far out to think that. And you know what, until the day I die, I'm going to just have that mentality. Of course, you know, I think I can make a difference. Not change the world, but, you know, I can make a difference in some lives. I think I already have. I like that. That's like my ultimate payment for doing this, is making the difference in individuals' lives. But I want to thank you again for that. That is so awesome of you. You're awesome. Thank you for what you just did. And I'll just keep doing the best I can. All right, where am I at here? Yeah, there we go. Put some here. But take your time and do these. You know, you don't have to fly through super fast and, you know, have a mountain done in 2 seconds. Keep the fun in it. I'm going to get some color, some blue. I'm going to drop some shadows in here. So I'm going to use, where are we at? Phthalo blue, and white. Let me mix them up here. I'm going to try to make a stronger blue so you can actually see it. Need some more white. See, I'm always wiping the knife off. You don't want to have like excess color on the knife, you know what I mean? It'll just make things tough for you. All right, here we go. Got me a nice little looking shadow color going here. I'm gonna get some of that there, and I'll start dropping in some of these shadows. Now I'm going darker. I hope you guys can see. I hope the camera looks okay. It's an expensive camera. It's not a phone that's hooked up today. It's a you know, it's a couple $1,000 camera that I have hooked up for this live stream. So trying to make it look good for you guys. So look, I'm going to come up here and just drop some of this in. Super easy. You can hold the knife like this if you want. Get it off the back of the blade. So you can actually like touch and move around, see? Something like that. All right. Do one little piece at a time and then start over. Wipe the knife and come back and get more color. It'll definitely help you. Definitely help you a lot. Now I'm mixing in with the black a little bit on the top there. That's why I keep going down and getting more. All right. A little bit here. Like that. A little over here. A little there. Get some there. I don't know. Now you see this here? I'm not going to put a shadow there. I'm going to leave that dark. All right. Maybe wipe the knife off. If you wanted to, you could actually just take the point of the knife and maybe drag just a little bit of it down. That's going to look far better dark than it would if you would put shadow in there. It just looks like a deep, deep spot of the mountain there, okay? All right, let's do this. Let's grab some white. Oh, I might run out of white. I'm going to have to load up some more. Let's get a little bit of white on here. Let's do this like that. All right. Just let it go wherever. That looks pretty cool. Back to the shadow, little blue, and then we'll go over this with a darker color. Okay, let's do this. Just a little tiny bit of color there, a little bit of the blue. Some of it will show through. All right. Now I'm going to get some of the base color that we used for the mountain right there. I'm going to drop in a little bit of dark color. See? Over top of that blue. It just kind of helps it, it brings it a little bit forward. You know, kind of lets you know that this is closer because it's darker, I think at least. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. All right, let me just wipe my knife off here real quick. Let me just pound some of this coffee for a second. I'm gonna make this nice and soft. I'm sure I can just use this dirty brush. Just wipe it off. And just make this look real far away back here. Super far. And this really does, like, you know, push this thing like back. It just gives it so much depth. If you do this the right way, I wouldn't recommend doing it in the front here. Leave this more clear and crisp and just kind of distort these back edges out. You know what I mean? Then you can take this color, steal a little bit of that dark color, see? Bring that down like this, see? Just a little bit. A little bit. And just kind of sweep over the bottom of this. All right. Easy, right? Easy stuff. All right, I'm going to put a few layers of trees in here. And I'm probably going to grab, where are you at? Where are you at? I'm just going to take a 1-inch brush and just start dropping some trees in back there, some nice little trees. Now, it is super important, like you see this light area right here. If you leave some of that light area, if you start putting trees in, you go right up here to this mountain, and without leaving that white, you're going to, you know, it's going to kind of ruin the depth effect. So I'm going to put in, yeah, some trees. So I'm going to take, let me just mix some color here. I'm going to take some little tiny bit of white and actual, the mountain base color that we used. Mix that with white, make it's like a super dull gray color. And I'm going to go down here to the comments in just a minute. Just give me a few minutes. We'll take a little comment break in a few minutes, but I just want to drop some of these trees in. I'm just mixing this color on the 1-inch brush. Super dull color, gray color, maybe a little bit more white. Now I'm looking at it. It needs to be lighter. And you get darker and darker as you go forward. All right, this should be okay. We'll see. So look, I'm going to leave some of this white color in here. Actually, let me get a little bit more white. That should be okay. So look, I'm just gonna tap a little color in here. See this? Leaving that white in. See that? Now the only reason that'll work is because there's that little bit of white area in there, okay? All right, and that looks, the bottom half of that looks ridiculous, okay? But let me show you. All right, wipe this off a little bit just to get the most of the color off. And I'm just gonna come in here and have at it. You can hold the brush sideways if you want to do this. I'm just distorting the bottom of it, making it look a little misty. See that? pushing really hard. Really, really hard. All right. Get this roll of paper towels here, wipe this off. I'm always wiping the brush off. You know, I'm just gonna lift up a little bit to get rid of the marks that I just made and the hairs and all that good stuff. Now, if you want, you can do something else too. You see where I just distorted that? You can actually take your brush, get into a little bit of white, right? Just straight up white paint, and you can come in here and put some of that color back in. Some of the white I'm talking about, like the misty color right here, see? It'll separate the next layer, okay? So there's a little bit of color there. Let me just go back over top of this. I don't know, just showing you something that you can do, something else. All right. Now it looks nice and far. I know you can see that right there. Now, if I didn't have that there, or if that was super dark, this would just be pointless. Thank you for what you do and your positive attitude. Well, thank you, Caitlin. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. You know, I mean, excuse me, it just shows that so many different people care about like what I'm doing. And that's what drives me to keep doing this. Like to just, I'm a positive person, and if I can inflict that on somebody else, that is just the awesomest, most greatest thing that you can do for somebody, is turn them into a, you know, positive thinker, because the benefits are endless. I can't say that enough. Endless. Waking up every day, hoping that you would die or get hit by a dump truck. I used to think that. I would wake up and just be like, I hope when I drive today, I hope a truck hits me. I hope I get hit by a semi. I used to not wear my seatbelt and just hope that. I know I'm just being upfront. It's been a good 3 years. All right, let's move on to the next color. Thank you, Caitlin. Means a lot. All right. You probably don't even have to wipe this off. I'm just going to wipe it off so there's not a lot of paint on there. Now I'm going to drop another color in, okay? Now I'm just going to use the same color. It's just a little bit darker, all right? When I say darker, I didn't mix it with any white, okay? All right, let's see how this works. Looking good, all right. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, here we go. I'm thinking, how do I want to do this? Yeah, I want a little color on this side. So look, this is darker. Same thing, I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to start up high, like this. Get some more color on there. And I'm going to come down here. See that? Leaving that little, you don't have to go all the way over to the sides. I did over here, I don't know why. See this? Let's drop some of this in. See, just like that. Maybe up here, maybe, yeah, something like that. I make a lot of sound effects when I do this stuff, and that's all right. But do you see the little white spot in there? Super important. How many times have I said that? Like a lot today, but it really is. All right, here we go. Here we go. What am I even doing? All right, yeah, setting this one down, getting the big brush. Getting the big bad brush right here. And I'm going to do the same thing I did. And if you guys try this, I'm telling you, leave that little white spot in there. It'll make your day. All right. And I'm really pounding this in here. I mean, I'm not being easy. And it may look like, I don't know what it looks like from the camera, but I'm not touching the top of these trees at all. All right, back to this guy, wipe it off, and boom, lift it. I'm barely using any pressure. I'm just kind of carefully just going over it. All right, but you see there's another layer. You see that? Totally awesome. All right, so now let's see, what do I want to do? All right, so we're pretty far down the canvas here, which is, that's all right, no worries. No worries. Let me grab this 1-inch brush and just wiping it off a little bit. I'm going to add another layer, but I'm going to put a little bit of color in it, a little green. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to use the mountain color that we made, the base color, and I'm going to mix a little bit of green into this. So let me just grab just sap green. A little bit of sap green. So it looks like a dark green color. Let's see how this looks. A little bit more of the base color. All right. All right, so now I'm going to come right here and just kind of whip right across here to leave some nice spots there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty. See that color right there? That's a good color. I like that. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice. And just keep, just keep playing around with your shapes and stuff. See? Just keep messing around, and this will just bring color, and more color. See that? You don't have to, I always close the edges in, but see, there's a little bit less of a white spot, but it's there. It's there for sure. All right. All right, let me set this out of the way. Let's grab the big one again. I should have invested in paper towels. So many people tell me that. All right, here we go. And I'm just like repeating this process because I really would love for you to actually try this and get happy from it and see that it actually works. Because it does. All right. See that? Now that's kind of like, that's closer to us. All right, lift up on it. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. Okay, now I'm gonna try to keep this nice and simple for you guys. Nice and simple. So let me just stand back and take a look here. I'm gonna get a fan brush. I'm gonna wipe it off. I'm gonna put just a little bit of white color in here, and you'll see why in a minute. Just a little bit. A little bit of white. Just right. See this? Nothing repetitive at all. Just a little bit of color, a little bit of white. This is going to look like maybe some mist, hopefully. All right. Thank you for that nice painting. You make my Saturday better. My cat is also watching. Well, that is the first. Matthew, thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for letting your cat watch me as well. I honestly can say I've never had a cat watching me before. First time for everything. Sweet. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. All right. Let's do just a few more things here. And then I'm going to, try to go down there and see if I can go through some of these questions. I want to keep going as much as possible here. All right, so look, I put this color in, right? This little bit of white. I don't want to get rid of it. And if you blend it too hard, you're going to get rid of it. So I don't want to do that. I just want to make it look soft, and I don't want you to be able to tell where it starts and stops. So I'm just wiping this brush off. Doing the same thing here. Okay, see that? A little bit of mist. All right, you'll see what that's for here in just a second. Okay, let me just actually add a little bit more down in here, something like this. All right, that probably works. Blend this. Now you see how cool that looks already? I mean, it's just, this stuff is just mind-blowing. I mean, it's not rocket science, but it's mind-blowing for sure. And man, just the amount of people that have disagreed over the last couple of years, it really blows my mind. You know, people will say, that's not real art. Well, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's real, fake. I don't care what it is. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let me do, what am I doing? What am I even doing? Trying to keep this simple. Fan brush, maybe. I'm just stepping back. I'm thinking about maybe a couple of trees here. Let's work on that. So let's take. I'm going to take the base color of the mountain and some more of that sap green. Okay, good combo. So it has a nice green look in it. Okay. It's not crazy dark, and I'll see if this is the right color here in just a second. And sometimes you don't know if it's the right color until you put it up on the canvas. All right. Let's just think about something there. Right over that mist. You see that? Maybe just put a little indication of a tree. Now watch, because of the mist that we've just put in, it's going to allow you to identify the bottom half of that tree, which would be rather tough to see if that wasn't there. Okay? Now I got to darken this up a little bit. Darken it up a little bit. I'm going to just put just an indication, not like detailed trees. Just, you know, some stuff here like this. Take your time, flip it the brush, do whatever. They're nice and high, see? Maybe the same thing. You know what? Hold on a minute. I really like using, I'll tell you something, if you're just starting at this, use a small fan brush. A small one. It's so much easier to control. So much easier to control. I just want to drop in a few little, you know, areas. Maybe these are just, I don't know, some kind of trees. I'm gonna plow right over top of that tree we just made. I'm not worried about it. See? Something like this, see? All right. That's just to show you another layer is going to go in. All right, let me set the fan brush down, go back to our 2-inch brush, and go right back here and beat the hell out of it, literally. All right, I'm really pushing hard, and this is going to make a misty look. See that? Super misty, super cool. Lift up on it. Don't worry about here, don't worry about there. Big trees over there. That'll cover that. All right. Now, maybe we'll put, let me grab that fan brush. Maybe we'll just put a few on this side too. Why not? Seems fun. Mountain color, touch of green in there. All right. Here we go. Same thing. I don't want to kill all the trees, so I'm going to make these ones a little bit different. I'm going to drop them down like this. I want to go down into the mist like this. Get some more paint on there. Yeah. All right, just put a few in, just so you get the idea. All right. You know, just whatever, just wherever, doesn't matter. Just drop something in there. Doesn't matter how it looks. It matters what you do with it after you get it down. You know, get in here and smash it to pieces. I'm getting rid of the whole bottom of this. All right, and you can come back if you want and sharpen the tops or whatever. You can do that, you know, make a little, you can make one that's a little bit more showing right here. Just put a few little, not a detailed, too detailed of a branch on it, but you know, you see, something like that. Only takes a second, maybe a little bigger one here. Watch this, corner, see, watch. Little indications. Don't think about the perfect tree. See? You see that right there? Maybe we'll put one over here too. Why not? Why not? Watch it, choom, choom, choom right there. Look, I'm gonna just drop an indication down here. It's not even a full tree, but if any of it shows through, maybe it'll look like a tree, I don't know. You know, one here, little tree top. All right. You see what I mean? Like, these are just little indications. Back to the big one here. Keep doing it. Because when we put our land in, our foreground land, this will help a lot. Make it look nice and misty. All right. I'm going to wipe this big fan brush off a little bit here. I'm going to put a little bit of white in here because I want to make, I want to try to make some actual more mist. Just a little bit of mist in here, right where our foreground is about to separate from this. See? Something like this. And you could just do this anywhere. You could just put all kinds of mist in. Mist is great. See? It's these little things that make your paintings really, really work. All right, here we go. Back to this guy. Softly, carefully, just diffusing the white color that we put down. All right, and I keep wiping it off because if not, it'll blend right in with the dark. All right, it's not super bright mist, but it's there. It's there. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I can promise you it's there. Lifting up. All right. But you see, we're so far down the canvas, we're like almost at the bottom of the canvas, and I'm still dropping layers in, okay? So don't worry about that at all. All right, let's move to our foreground. So let me set the big guy down, and coffee, so I love that coffee. All right, got the baby fan brush. Here we go. Let me, I'm gonna grab my knife actually real quick, and I gotta get some color. I'm gonna make a dark color. I'm gonna take some Prussian blue, some of our phthalo blue. I even have phthalo green, blue. Let's take some black. What the heck, let's put some brown in there. Let's see what this looks like. Just a dark color. That's what I'm mixing up here. Nice dark color. So just give me 2 seconds and I will be right with you. All right, here we go. Almost here we go. I was gonna mix up a little bit bigger of a pile, but I'll wait on that. Just to keep the ball rolling, keep everybody interested. I filled up a whole garbage can full of paper towels with paint on them. All right, here we go, here we go. Little baby fan brush, make some big trees. Big trees. So I'm gonna start, I'm probably gonna plow it, maybe not, over top of this one and start putting in, yeah, let's just do it. Easiest way. Dark color, here we go, here we come. Nice, easy approach. I need more green. More green. I just got all kinds of dark colors going on here. All right, here we go. So I'm going to drop one right. See this little starter line? See that? I love doing that. It's helpful. Let's do this. Carefully just touch. See, move a few spots. See that? I always sharpen up this paintbrush here. See? I'm just taking my time so you can see what I'm doing. You know, skip a spot. You see, and there's a tree coming out of that. But you know, take a few minutes and reshape your brush. See? Now watch. We put that mist in. It's not super bright mist, but watch. But it's there. Now you're going to be able to identify the bottom of this tree. See? Because of the mist being right here and there, it'll help you. All right. I'm just getting some more color on here. Just some more color. And what am I even doing? Yeah, I'm putting a bigger one here. Something like this. I don't know. Let me think about that. Yeah, I'll put one here, and then we'll fill it in if we need to. Let's do this right here. Boom. That looks good. Nice little starter line. And then right back up here. See that? That's how it's done. Carefully, just take your time. I'm reshaping this fan brush like every third limb or something like that. Get some more color on there. Make sure it's a color that you like. All right, I'm gonna skip some spots in here just to show some of that background. You think about little things like that, you know. You want to see through the painting a little bit, maybe, and down, you know, towards the bottom. It doesn't matter as much. Just fill it in, you know. But see, I'm just kind of left a few little spots showing through. Okay. And somebody might notice that, you know, maybe they won't, maybe they will, maybe I don't even care, but I'm just trying to tell you some things that, you know, maybe you can do. All right. Super fun, nice and easy. All right, I'm going to try to keep this super easy. Let's do one on this side so you can see. Okay. But I would say one of the most important things is just like, you know, keeping your fan brush like super pointy, okay? I think that's probably the most important thing. Now, I'm gonna do some on this side, don't make them the same size as this one, okay? Because it won't look right. It'll look too symmetrical, so make them different shapes and all. So I'm gonna start off with maybe a bigger one here. A little bit bigger one. All right, something like about that tall. Make a line so you can see. That'll help you. All right. Now, pardon my arm. It's kind of a weird angle. All right. Getting some more color. You guys see how frequent I'm getting more color. And yeah, I could do the whole tree on one brush, but I'm trying to show you not to do that. Take your time. Okay. It works better when you take your time. All right, you see I left some of that mist showing. Super, super important. I'm not worried about the back side, just this front side here. There's little pieces of mist in there. Perfect, you need those. I'm just getting a little bit more of the green to mix with the mountain color here. All right. Maybe this one, maybe they're a little smaller on the side, I don't know. Put one right there, growing right into that tree. See? We'll skip a spot. Right, leave some show. Small group of trees on the left side. I know the angle's not the best, but better than nothing, right? Better than everything else you're seeing today before this. Can almost guarantee you that. Let's go with one, a little bit bigger one over here. This guy fills the rest of the canvas in on that side. Get a little more phthalo green and regular green. Here we go. I'm on a weird angle. When you get down here, just smash color. It doesn't matter as much down here, because a lot of times if you're gonna put highlights in, that'll separate them. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Maybe, probably, maybe not. Maybe. Having trouble making my mind up. Okay, let's do. Before it gets too far in the process, let's do. What are we doing? Yeah. Here we go. I just got to take this brush. All right, I know that it's pretty foggy back here, but I do want to just pull a little bit of this down. All right, just a little bit like this. Make it nice and soft. Grab the knife with a whatever, any color, white. Put a little dirt in it, no problem. Okay, something nice. Let's put. Just a little water line that it's back there somewhere. Do you see that? It's there. As I'm struggling with my paper towel situation here, literally, can't figure out the best way to hold it. All right, I'm just gonna use, since I have the fan brush here, I'm gonna use that, and I have some dark color, just our base color and whatever's in it, green, red, blue, whatever, all the colors. Maybe a little crimson in there would be nice. Darken it a little bit more, actually. I'm gonna just put some of the foreground stuff in that we're gonna highlight, okay? Here we go. Now I'm gonna just push up on this thing. All right, push up. Maybe have some land, see? Start right about there. All right, it comes this way. I'm just pushing up, just getting some of this color in here. Every time I go down, I'm getting more paint. Every single time. All right. Just dropping some dark color in. That's all I'm doing right now. And this process most of the time looks ugly, so don't worry about it, okay? All right, so that's some dark color right there. I'm actually gonna bring that out a little bit further. I'm gonna go like this, just to make it some more land on this side, okay? Like that, and then I'm gonna come over to, before I do that, let me do this real quick. I'm just going to carefully pull some of this color down. All right, because I'm going to make this water for sure. All right. Give that a little wipe real quick. Now you can't see much because we didn't put any light color on. Just wait a few minutes. If you are literally just tuning in, wait till you see the highlight part. It like brings this thing to life in minutes, seconds. That is the funnest part about the whole thing. All right, here we go. Dark color. Let's do the other side. All right, so we can get some nice dark colors in that side, and then we can get right on to doing the fun part. So I'm going to come right here, and I'm just going to put in some of these little round little bush things, see? More color. Just drop some color in. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you can always go right back over top of it and fix it, or you can change it with your highlights. You can change exactly how it looks. I'm just smashing it in because that's what I normally do, just like this. Smash the color in. Okay. Something like that. All right, now let me set this down real quickly, and I have to just clear a little spot on the palette. So just bear with me 2 seconds. Ugh. If I held the palette, I don't know, it might be easier, maybe not. I'm curious to know if any of you guys hold your palette, actually. I'm super curious to know that. Because I always talk about it, like, yeah, I'm gonna hold it in this video. I even tell people, like in the videos, like, oh, I'm gonna hold the palette, and then I end up setting it down. So hopefully it's not a real big disappointment. All right, here we go, let's get ready here. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I got to grab me a 1-inch brush. Okay. Okay. Now, just wiping this off. All right, I'm going to start pulling through some color. Okay, I'm going to start pulling. We're going to start working on some of these highlights here. Light's coming from this way, so we'll start on this side. All right, this is the fun part. This is the part you want to watch, because this is my favorite part of the, besides everything else. All right, here we go. I'm going to start with some yellow, nice bright yellow color, maybe a little green in it. Okay, now for this, I am definitely the color is a little bit more thin. I'm thinning it down a little bit, okay? So that's what I'm doing right now. A couple drops of paint thinner, or if you guys have some liquid white at home, that works perfect. All right, here we go. All right, ready? Let's start putting in some of these nice little crispy little highlights in here. This is my favorite part. Just brings this thing completely to life. All right, I'm just going to kind of change the colors up a little bit as I go through and make different ones, okay? Maybe this one's a little bit more green, okay? And always step back, have a look at what you're doing so you know what you're doing, okay? See? I'm just carefully, slowly, just adding some colors. All right. Change it, a little bit of yellow ochre in here. A little bit of yellow ochre, maybe, I don't know, maybe here. See? One there. Let's go back a little green, maybe. Let's get a little green on here. Maybe there's one here. But do you see? Leave those dark colors in there too, because man, do they mean a lot, the dark colors. All right, let me get some Indian yellow. That's a nice strong color. And it's mixing with the other colors, and that's fine. No worries. Okay, let's go right up here and just start dropping in some of this color. See? Just put it in like that. If you get too much paint on your brush, you can wipe it off and kind of start the process over again. Back into some more of the yellow. Let's do some more yellow. I like yellow bushes. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's do here. Oh yeah, look at that. See that? Super bright. All right, see that? It's a lot of fun. Get some more green. Make a super green one. Let's put a green one right here. See that? And then let's do, I'm going to get a little bit of this deep looking red color and just put one right here. Yeah, something like that. But do you see what that just does for this process? It's amazing. I'm fascinated. Let's jump to the other side here. I'm not going to use as bright colors. All right, a little bit more yellowish green. I don't know. This is how I have fun right here. Everybody's different. This is how I have fun doing this stuff. All right, let's start here. See? All right, a little more yellow in that one. And then let's do, put a little baby one here maybe, right there. Something like that. Yellow ochre, just keep mixing the colors. Keep mixing them up. See? You know, like that, just keep mixing those colors up. I keep going from yellow to green to Indian yellow, yellow, you know, whatever, cad yellow. All right, darker green color here. Let's do a big bush right here. Maybe there's a couple of them. See that? Indian yellow, here we come. Indian yellow, let's drop one right there. All right. Wipe this off just a little bit. I need another paper towel because I'll be wearing this in a second. All right, here we go. All right, now. Just getting some more color here. All right, and maybe I'll put a little baby one. Maybe a little baby one there. There. So I'm going to put these in the water. So let's go to the green first. All right, since we already have green on here. And I'm just going to, you know, come in and do this. Just indication. See? All right, now what do we have? It looks like some Indian yellow color. Something like that, right? So let's do something like this. Just drop some indications in. I'm going to wipe this off so I can get that pure yellowish color. And then I'll show you how to bring this together with the land, just how great this works. All right, so let's get the yellow, a little yellow. All right, come right here. And boom. Just little indications, okay? And this looks like a bare spot. With a little green in there. How's that look? Nice. All right, here we go. I'm just wiping my brush off. All right, let me set that down. Okay, let's grab the big one, the big brush. Wipe that off just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna drag right over top of this color that I put in. Carefully though, super carefully. Just a little pull. Little bit, tiny amount. I mean, I don't even think I barely touched that. I mean, it shows because it distorted it a little bit. Okay. All right. Now back to, what do we got? The knife. Let's put a water line in here. So for that, I'm just going to grab, just some white and maybe a little bit of the mountain color. I don't know. Doesn't matter what color. Put blue in there if you want. Make the water line red. It doesn't matter. I just wanted it to be an off-white, I suppose. Just give me a second. Mixing that color up now. All right. A little bit more white. There we go. Actually, yeah, I want to make it brighter because I want you to see, hopefully you can see the water line. All right, here we go. I'm going to just pop this in, okay? I'm going to do it nice and easy. I'm going to cut, like I'm cutting something. Ready? Here we go. Come around like this. I don't want to destroy the reflections all the way. Just zipping over top of them. You see that? Get a little bit more for the edge here. Carefully. All right, you see there's your water line right there. Okay? And you can do two things now. One, if you feel like it's necessary, you can drop a little dirt in there if you want to, which maybe I'll just show you. So let me just grab some of just the brownish color we got going on. Okay? Let's get a little bit on the knife. And let's just put maybe a little bit of dirt in. I don't know. Just a little bit. Or you could do, if you want actual dirt, do it before, maybe before the water line so you don't ruin the water line. I'm being just a little cautious here. You know, something like that. Just indication of dirt. That's all it is. Indication. All right, now I'm getting some light color, nice white color, just to be, you know, just to show a separation. A little highlight maybe, I don't know. See? Back here, maybe it's a little hill. But you see that right there? A little bit of dirt. All right. And then you can take the fan brush. Let's grab a fan brush. Let's grab the little one. I like the little one. And get some of our, I don't know, green color, whatever. Green, yellow, whatever color. And you can just pop in a little bush, you know, a couple little bushes going into the dirt like that. And it really does bring it together a lot. See? But not too much. You see? Just kind of brings it together like that. Now, let's see what we want to do. All right, so I'm going to put a few trunks here into the trees. I think it's appropriate. What do you think? Trunks or no trunks? And just bear with me a minute, guys. I'm going to come down and you know, look at this, some of the questions or whatever, try to get through. It's a little hard when you're going through because you're trying to, I want to get through and show you guys what I'm doing. Maybe one of these days I can have somebody read the questions off or something like that too. Maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. All right, what am I doing? Okay, I'm grabbing a knife, that's what I'm doing. And let me just get just a brown, white color, whatever. Something a little visible, hopefully, for the camera. And then I'll come, yeah, just drop in a few little areas here. You know, just a couple of them. Just a few. Boom, boom, boom. There's like barely any paint on that knife. Super, super small amount. Super small amount. All right. All right, so another thing I just want to bring up and mention is, like when I highlight these trees in a second here, I don't I'm not going to do a super bright color because it really takes away from the painting. All right, something I'm going to do is sharpen the tops of these trees up with the knife. I love doing this. See, you can make it nice and pointy. See that? Super, super cool. You know, and you could pull some other little things out of the background like this, crooked trees, whatever. Just pull up a few times, see? All right. All right, all right. Highlight, that's what I'm talking about. Not a bright color. It won't look right. I don't think so. That's my opinion. I think a nice dark color, a nice dark, deep green color would be perfecto. All right, so I'm going to take some green and some yellow and use that. Green, yellow, super dark. Mixing that up right now. Heck, maybe even a little bit of that mountain color in there. That'll make it interesting. All right, let's see how this looks. Hopefully it's not too bright. Nope, this is good. See, super dark, super dark. I don't even know that you can see that. All right, but it's there. I can assure you that. It is there. Maybe get a little extra stuff here and there. Make a little highlight pop out over the dark. See? Something like that. All right. Moving to the next tree. Moving to the next one. I know that's hard to see. I'm not doing it on purpose. All right. A little bit of color there. And let's go over here. All right, just a few little highlights. It's effective. It's effective. Just get it done. You know, get it in there. See? See that? Something like that. I know that's tough to see probably, I'm thinking about it, but that's okay, you know? I mean, I don't want to ruin the picture by making it look super bright. Put a highlight down here maybe. Something like that. And maybe some there. Just at the very bottom. All right, let me wipe my fan brush off here. You know, I think this would be a good demonstration painting. I really do, because when I'm going through like this, I love to show you, you know, what I'm doing and talk about it and stuff, but I think this would be a great demo painting. What do you think? You know, like at a school or a college or wherever. What am I doing? Liner brush. Let's have at it. All right, I'm gonna get a liner brush and some thinner. All right, see how that looks. I'm gonna come over here, get some nice dark brown, brownish black. There's a couple things in there. It's a nice color, nice dark color, and yeah, this looks about right, right there. Right. Just gonna drop some of these little branches in or whatever. Might as well finish it up. A lot of times in my videos I don't do this stuff, but I'm gonna do it now today. Get some more thinner. Might as well. See that? Just add little branches and stuff. See? These are kind of the things that really like finish up your picture. The tree over here too. These help a lot. Little details. I think people see these more than most things. All right. Let's do. I don't want to put too many of these things in. Let's just put one here. Right there. That's perfect. Like that. And then, you know what? Let me get a lighter color for back here. Those other pine trees are, whatever those things are. Just a little bit of a lighter brown color, I think would probably work fine. Just to give maybe like an indication of some other stuff growing. You know, back here, that's not light enough. Need a lighter color. See how this looks. That's a little better. Oh, that's super bright. See that? Just like little branches and things, or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's there. See, little stuff growing. That's what it is, just stuff. Little tree here. See? Little branch that goes up towards that mountain right there. Just dropping in like little treetop looking things, little crooked little, you know, branches and stuff. Maybe some grow out of these little pine trees and stuff. This is just such a good idea to do all those things. Don't overdo it though. Just put like a branch or two, you know, here and there, because like people will notice that. 100%. 100%. All right. Just getting some color here on the liner, some red. Since I did those little details, I'll probably just put a nice little signature on here, and then I'm going to go right down to the comments for a minute. So let's see if I can do this without ruining it. we go. Looking good so far. There we go. Almost there. Wait, how many times I got to reload this thing? Let's see if I can make it 2. Nice. All right, 1 second, 1 second. Here I go. I was crying about paint thinner getting all over my hands and causing these big red marks on me. And I'm just sitting here, no gloves on, just having at it. I'll be all right. I healed up from that, actually. My hands healed, so I feel good. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Let me grab my other monitor here. Get the paper towel here to get the paint thinner off my face. Just wiping it off. All right. Let's see what we got here for a second. Now I'll go back and read all these after the fact too. That's a wild signature, man. That is right. That is right. I like to ruin my paintings with my signature because I don't want to sell them really. I mean, I sell a number of them, but when people ask for them, I like keeping them. I like keeping my paintings. All right. So yeah, sometimes this is actually a good day. You ought to see my signature on a day where I'm really going nuts. I mean, it takes up a quarter of the painting. Wonderful afternoon. I'm glad you learned so much. Those mountains look incredible. Thank you so much for that. Obviously not a beginner painting like I need. Well, I'll be honest, this is a basic painting. It's just a basic painting for sure. What about a bravery test? You know what? Look, I love Bob Ross, you know. He was a good dude, never got to know him, but I got to know Steve real good. And Steve's amazing, so I'm sure his dad was exactly like him. And the majority of what I'm doing is, you know, for myself, I've kind of went in my own direction. But don't forget why I did this video. Don't forget what's going on around you right now. Don't forget everything that's happening in the world. If you were at the beginning of the video, I told you I wanted to go back to what made me start, what was super fun when I first started doing this. So for anybody that maybe want to judge or, you know, kind of do the whole hate thing, that's why I'm doing this. Makes me happy. I don't really care, you know, what anybody thinks. I love all of the positive stuff. You guys are just amazing. Titanium white. Yep. All right, let me step back and have a look at this real quick. Let's see here. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do. I'm just going to keep doing this. I don't care. I'm going to keep doing this because it's something to do. And for the people that enjoy just this, just kind of a getaway, come back and watch. I hope everybody enjoyed it, you know. I hope so. What else? Just give me a second. Let me think. All right, so the next live stream that I'm going to do is not going to be, it will not be this style, okay? It's going to be a different. I think we're going to do a forest painting, and we're going to do one of my favorite forest paintings. It's totally not this style at all. A lot more of like the dry brush type of thing. Thanks for your help, Justin. Chris Monk, thank you. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Awesome people. You guys are incredible. It's really good to have Bob's little spirit. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'll tell you what, 2 years ago, I never thought I'd be somewhere across the country hanging out with Steve Ross. Never thought that. So never give up. I say it every day. I don't know. I think it looks cool. Yeah, it looks great. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, I hate to say this, but it's back to reality time. Well, not for me. I'm going to do another one when I'm done here. So, all right, I'm going to roll. I love you guys. This is awesome. It's almost here, the whole painting. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, my point of view. Absolutely. Listen, one last note. Listen, I'm going to be super honest with you. All right. And I hate mentioning this. I hate talking about this because I lived my life wanting to be dead every day, right? I swear on this, it's very hard. Okay. It's very hard. I lived my life wanting to be dead every day. Think about a habit. Think about people that form habits. I woke up one morning, started doing all this, what everybody sees here. My mental state of mind went positive, and I forced myself every day to be positive, no matter what bullshit might have happened. Once you force yourself to stay positive, it becomes a habit. Your brain picks up that habit. I don't know. I'm just here to help. I just want, if one person has a better life, I'm happy. So I don't know. That's it. Be positive. Force yourself. Bad stuff is happening. Just be positive. They didn't kill you. You know, they didn't kill your wife, your mother, your brother, your children. Just be happy. Love your family. I'm gonna roll. Take care. I'll see you guys. We're gonna do this. We're gonna make a live series. Drop some more comments when the video goes back live. Give me some subject matter you want me to paint. Next one is a forest. Drop me some ideas on this video when it goes back live. All right. See you later. Love you guys. My computer is down here, by the way. That looks funny. I'm like popping up and down. I have a computer down here.